Namaste. I'm Shalini Modi. I'm an author with interests in our ancient traditions and the symbolism behind them. So, did you know that Diwali is a 5-day festival and not one? So, let's see how. But before we delve into these 5 days filled with festivities, let's invoke Lord Ganesha, who not only removes all obstacles in our path but also gives us the intellect and the right knowledge to see any task through. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurme Deva Sarva Kareshu Sarvada. So let's start with the first day that marks the beginning of the 5-day Diwali celebrations. Yes, it is Dhanteras. Dhanteras is also known as Dhanteras, as it falls on the 13th day of the waning moon. On this day, we feel that it's connected to buying gold jewelry, silver utensils, or utensils for the house. So basically shopping, and connected to money. But that's not true. It's connected to many different deities. Let's see how. Kuber is the keeper of wealth. He is Ravan's half brother. He is Shivji's very good friend, and he was given the post of the keeper of wealth by none other than Shivji. He was the original owner of the Golden Lanka and the Pushpak Viman, which his stepbrother took away from him. So this day is also connected to Kuber. Dhanvantri. Dhanvantri, as you can see, the name resonates with the day's name, Dhanteras, was the incarnation or a form of Lord Vishnu as a physician. And during the Sagar Manthan, he came out on this day from the ocean with the pot of nectar, which both the Devtas and the Danavs fought for. He, praying to him, ensures disease-free life. Then on this day, or rather on Treyodashi, the 13th day, which comes during the waning and the waxing of the moon, Shivji had drunk halahal or poison that came out from the ocean. It was one of the Treyodashis that he had done so, and that's why every Treyodashi is connected to Shivji as well. Yamraj. So you will wonder how Yamraj fits into the festival of lights. Well, he does. There are 2 days which are dedicated to him, one of them being Dhanteras. In many houses, he is worshipped in the form of a diya, which is filled with sarson oil or mustard oil, lit in the evening, prayed to, and then kept outside the door to prevent untimely death, as also known as Akal Mrityu. So let's see what is the story behind this. There was a king in the ancient times who had a son, and one of the astrologers had prophesied that on the 4th day of his marriage he will be bitten by a snake and will die. His wife was not perturbed, but she took her measures to prevent her husband's death. She lit a lot of lamps. In some stories, she lit lamps and kept some gold and silver to distract the serpent. In some stories, she kept milk for him. And inside the chambers, she did not let her husband sleep, but kept telling him different stories. It's a belief that Yamraj came as a serpent, but if there was milk, he drank it, or he got distracted by the lamps that were lit outside and the jewelry. The time of death of her husband passed, and Yamraj had to return back without him. This is how she saved his life. And that's why till date we burn a lamp, remembering and praying our obedience to Yamraj, the god of death. After Dhanteras comes Choti Diwali, the smaller Diwali. So this day is also known as Narak Chaudas because it's the 14th day of the waning moon. And as the name suggests, Bhagwan Krishna had killed Narakasur, a demon, and saved 16,000 maidens who were in his captivity and freed the three worlds from his terror. He then married these 16,000 maidens as they requested him. So as the name suggests, Narak Chaudas, praying to Bhagwan, lighting the lamps in our house, of course lesser than the big Diwali, and praying to the lamps ensures us from protection from the tarna or the sufferings of Narak by Yamraj. So you can see how Yamraj is there, a very integral part of this festival of lights. On this day in West Bengal and the northeastern parts of our country is celebrated Bhoot Chaudash. So as the name suggests, Bhoot, ancestors are prayed to, honored, as well as practices to ward off evil effects of evil spirits is also carried out by lighting 14 lamps and making a vegetable preparation consisting of 14 vegetables. How interesting. And now we go to Big Diwali. So Big Diwali is the main festival, the main Diwali day, and the story goes that Ramji returned to Ayodhya with his brother Lakshman and Mata Sita, the Vanar Sena, Vibhishan, Hanumanji, and the residents of Ayodhya celebrated his coming back, homecoming, by lighting lamps. Now Lakshmi ji is usually connected to light and prosperity, and that's why in the northeastern parts of the country, Lakhi Puja happens on Sharad Purnima, the full moon night. But we pray to Lakshmi ji and to Ganeshi on the Diwali night. Have you ever wondered why? Well, Ramji and Sita ji came back on this day, and they are Vishnu and Lakshmi incarnate, and their homecoming therefore brings abundance and prosperity. The fourth day of the 5-day Diwali celebration is known as Govardhan Puja. On this day, Bhagwan Krishna had picked up the Govardhan hill on his little finger, and 56 vyanjan or food or prasad were offered to Govardhan, and therefore the tradition still goes to offer 56 chappan bhog to Bhagwan Krishna. This day, many households like ours, we get some cow dung, treat it like the Govardhan, and offer radish and oranges. You will notice that these are items or agricultural produce that begin coming around Diwali time. So it is like the first offering to Bhagwan. Also, Annakut is another name that's given to this festival because Annakut, it is the sprouting season of bajra seed, and therefore Annakut. The day after this and the last day, which marks the end of the 5-day celebration, is called Bhai Dooj and is connected to Yam and Yummy, the twins. Yamraj and Yummy, also known as the Yamuna River, were busy doing their own duties and had not met for a long time. Yamraj then pays a surprise visit to his sister, who is overjoyed. She cooks a sumptuous meal for him and then does tilak to him. Yamraj, happy with this, declares that every brother who's going to go to his sister's house this day, have the meal and get tika done, will be blessed by him and will be forgiven and prevented from the sufferings of Narak or hell, which are meted out by none other than himself. So these 5 days that I've mentioned to you of Diwali, burn or light the lamps, pray to the gods and goddesses, Sita Ram, Hanumanji, Lakshmiji, Ganeshji, Kuber, Yamraj, and invoke their qualities. Keep your house clean, decorated, everything that's connected to prosperity and well-being. Happy Diwali!